Hello everyone. In this video, we're going to explain something about the CP in X-bar theory. At the beginning, it's necessary to know that once we want to analyze a sentence, any sentence in English, we have to know that this sentence consists of the subject and the predicate. Now, the subject means that we have the NP, or to be more accurate, it's abbreviated with the DP. And here for the predicate, which consists of the verb and what comes next, is abbreviated with IP, or inflectional phrase. Now the whole sentence will be started by the CP. Okay, now CP is an abbreviation for complementizer phrase, but actually we have to start analyzing any sentence syntactically by making the CP. Anyhow, the CP in X-bar theory consists of a C-bar, and this C-bar consists of C0, or the last version of the C, and an IP. We will start by making a very simple sentence that contains no complementizer, no C, but just to say that we have to start the analysis by the CP. Let's see, for example, she plays tennis. Okay. Now, at the beginning, we have to determine that this is the subject of the sentence, or the DP, and this is the predicate, or the IP. Now, both of these categories must be started under the umbrella of the CP. In other words, they must be the daughters of the CP. So at the beginning, we will start by saying CP, I mean the whole sentence. It consists of C bar. This C bar consists of C0 and an IP. Now here, this is the beginning of our analysis. Okay. So IP. Okay, we don't have actually in this sentence, we don't have a complementizer. So this place will be left empty. So either to be left empty or to make something like this sign. Fine. Okay, let's go ahead to continue the analysis of plays tennis. At the beginning, we have to think of the IP. We have to know that the IP consists of, it's necessary to know that it consists of an I bar, okay, or it consists of DP, and I bar. This I bar consists of I0 and a VP. So based on this rule, we have to say that this IP consists of a DP and an I bar. Okay, simply this DP, what we mean by is the subject, which is in this sentence the pronoun she. It is over there. Okay. This DP consists of D bar, and this D bar consists of a D, abbreviated for the determiner, and NP. I don't have a determiner here in my sentence, like the determiners the, or a, or an, or something else. So I will leave it empty. But for the NP, I have the pronoun she, so I will say N bar, N, and then I will get the she. Okay, now here I've got the idea of the subject. Now the rest of the sentence, which is the plays tennis, at the beginning I have to consider the tense that I have. This sentence is with the simple present. And we have an S here. So I have to indicate to the tense and to this S in the area of the I0. So from here, from this, let's say, from this part, the I bar, we can say that it consists of an I0 and a VP. Okay, now for this area, I mean the I0, I have to contain some features. So plays is a present, so I have to say plus present. And for the S that I have here, I can consider it as it is mentioned because of the subject-verb agreement that it has third person singular pronoun. So under the I0, I have to include these information. Now let's continue to say something about the verb phrase itself. So I have to start by saying that this VP consists of a V bar, and this V bar consists of, as you see here in the previous example, we have she plays tennis. So I have to consider plays as the verb and tennis as a DP. Okay, so I have to say this V bar consists of the verb and its complement, which is the object in the sentence, that is abbreviated by DP. The verb is plays, and the DP is the tennis. So again, we have to say D bar, D, and NP. And then I have to say this NP consists of N bar, then N, then I have to say tennis. And here I have no determiner. Okay, so by the end, this is the final shape for my tree, as you see. That it starts at the beginning, it starts by a CP, okay? Even if we don't have, again, if you don't have a complementizer, but I have to include this, this step. Okay, it's over there. Let's go ahead now to see if the sentence consists of CP. I'll get a simple sentence, like, for example, John said that he gets his, or without his, like a mark, a high mark. Okay, we have to think about this sentence by considering that this is the subject of the sentence and this is the verb. Considering the predicate as whole, we can say that this is the verb and this is a complementizer, and again, this is an embedded sentence inside the whole sentence. So this will be an IP and the whole sentence will be an IP as well. So let's go ahead to see the tree. What do we have? So at the beginning, we have to say that we have to start by CP, consists of a C bar and a C and an IP. At the beginning of the sentence, I have no C, no complementizer, so I leave it as phi. Now here is the beginning of my sentence. So we will start by saying that we have DP and an I bar. And for the DP, I will use the triangle just to say that I want to secure the details. So here we have John. And for here, I have to start saying something about said or the verb phrase. So at the beginning, I have the I0 and the VP. Okay, now for the I0, as you see that the verb is with the simple past tense, so I have just to include that I have plus past. Okay, let's go ahead now to see what do we have here in the verb, in the VP. Okay, now in the VP, I have a V bar. Then this V bar consists of a V and a CP. Now, what is the meaning of this CP? This CP means this area. What I mean by is that he gets a high mark. So I have to start by saying the complementizer that and the IP, he gets a high mark. So we have to analyze it in details by saying that. Okay, so this CP consists of a C bar. This C bar consists of a C and an IP. The C here is the word that. Then I have to come up with the analysis of this IP. Okay, we can say that for this IP, he gets a high mark again and again. I will use the triangles just to secure the details. So this IP consists of DP and I bar. The DP is he, and the I bar, again, we have I0 and a VP. Okay. So for the I0, since we have gets here, I have to include the features regarding this gets plus present and third singular. Okay, now regarding the VP, I have gets a high mark. Okay. So we have to analyze it this way. V bar, verb, and its complement, the DP. So he gets a high mark. Now for the high mark, we have D bar, D, and NP. Okay. For the D, it is a, and for the NP, it consists of, let's say, a triangle regarding the high mark. Okay, so by the end, we can see here, by the end of this analysis, that the tree starts by a CP at the beginning, but once we don't have a complementizer at the beginning, so the C is left empty. And then we have to see the IP, which starts by said something. Now, we've got the subject, which is John, and here is the beginning of said something. Okay, we have to say that here we have said. Okay, said, and that he gets a high mark, it starts by another CP. Since we're dealing with this one as an embedded sentence, it's something like an independent clause. So it starts by a subject and it has a predicate. Let's see now what will happen if the complementizers or the C, the complementizer, is a part of a category like the NP in the position of the subject or the object. Suppose that we have this sentence like, what I know is right. We have to consider here that the subject in this sentence is this complementizer phrase, or in other words, it is this embedded clause. This clause is a dependent one. It's the sentence starts by it. So we have to think in the way that the word what is the beginning of the NP, not the beginning of the whole clause. So what I know, you can replace it by something else to understand, like when I say my information is right. So if we think in this way, we can consider that this is the subject of the sentence, or this is the NP that I have. So instead of having my information, we have what I know. So we will think about what I know in the way that it is the DP for my sentence. So we will start, of course, analyzing this sentence by making this step that CP, this is the whole sentence, consists of C bar. The C bar consists of a C and an IP. Again, I have to say that the beginning of this sentence is with the NP, that is, we have the embedded clause starting by what I know. So what is not the beginning of the sentence, but it is the beginning of the subject or the NP. So for this position, the C, I have to include nothing. Now let's go ahead with the IP. This IP consists of course, the DP and the I bar. Now this DP must be the subject of my sentence. The subject of my sentence here is this clause, what I know. So I have to start analyzing what I know here in this position. Okay, so at the beginning, as we all know that this DP, okay, yes, this DP consists of, like usual, D bar. This D bar consists of a D and a CP. Why do I have to have CP? Because I have the complementizer what. So instead of having NP, I include CP. Okay, for the D, I have nothing, of course. I don't have any determiner, so I leave it as phi. And for the CP, it consists of a C bar. This C bar consists of a C and an IP, of course. Now, what is the meaning of this IP? This IP means the clause I know. Okay, let's continue. Fine, so this CP consists of C bar. The C bar consists of the C. This C is what? Now, what about the IP? This IP consists of DP, and an I bar. This DP, I'll use a triangle just to say that this is the pronoun I. And for the I bar, I have to have I0 and a VP. The I0 consists of the feature I know has just nothing but the simple present. Okay, now for the VP, I have to say the word no. So I have to say it this way. So VP consists of V bar, verb, and the word no. By the end, I have got, as you see, the subject of my sentence. Okay. So again, we have this subject. It starts by the DP, and because I have a complementizer at the beginning, which is what, so I've got the CP here as an embedded part of my DP, and I continue analyzing the same way that we've used to. Okay, let's go ahead now to see the rest of the sentence, which starts from here. I have to say is right. What is the meaning of is right? Okay, so this is the subject, of course. This area, this is the whole area regarding the subject, and here is the beginning of my predicate. I'll just erase it to make it a space. So this I consists of I0 and a VP. The I0 that I have the verb is and it's present, so it's enough just to say that I have plus present. Okay, and for the VP, I have to include the verb is and the adjective phrase, the word right. So simply I have to say I have V bar. This V bar, this V bar consists of V bar and an adjective phrase. The adjective phrase is the word right. So I have adjective bar, adjective, and the word right. And of course, the verb or the V bar consists of a V and it is with is. So this is the whole sentence that I have got. Okay. Suppose now that the CP will be in the position of the object, for example. Like, for example, you, okay, you got what I say. Now, how to deal with this sentence? Again, I have to think in the way that this is the subject of my sentence, okay? Or this is the DP, and this is the predicate. Now, regarding the predicate, I have the verb and the object, which is the complement of my VP. This object is on the shape of CP. I make the tree without having so many details regarding it. So simply I'll say, again, CP, C bar, C, and an IP. Now I have nothing to start my sentence with complementizers. So again, here I have nothing. Now for the IP, I have DP and an I bar. This DP is the word you. This is the subject of my sentence. Okay. Now regarding this, I have to start saying something about the verb. So I have to say, for example, I bar consists of I, 0, and the VP. I0, I have to include that I have plus past, since the tense is with the past. Then I have to think about this verb phrase. Now this verb phrase consists of a V bar, and the V bar consists of a verb and its object, let's say, or its complement. So simply, traditionally, we have said that this is a verb phrase and this is an object for the verb phrase. And as you see, that this object must be a sister, okay, to the VP. So I have to make them with the same level. Okay. So you got okay, so for the got, I have to make it here, got, and what I say must be here. Now, how to analyze what I say? It is this way. DP must consist of D bar. This D bar consists of a D and a CP again. The D I have nothing to say, and for the CP I have C bar, C, and IP. What is here? And for the IC, I have to say DP again, I bar. The DP is I, the pronoun I. And for the I bar, I have to say it in the way that I have to get an I0, okay, and VP. Okay, what I say, for the say, let's say, it is with plus present. And for the say, simply I have to get the V bar and verb and say. Okay, let's check now the final shape of my tree. So at the beginning, I've started by saying I have a CP, as you see. The beginning of my sentence starts from here, from the subject, which is a part of my IP. It is a DP. Then I have got the verb or the predicate, let's say, which starts by got and object. Now this got comes from here, from the VP, and its object, the DP. This DP has the type of CP, what I say. So by the end, I have got this shape. Okay, that is the end of the CP. See you later.